Imagine yourself a car who needs fuel to run, coolant to cool, air to move, and frequent maintenance. Now view yourself as this. What am I talking about is the importance of self-care. I will be telling you what is self-care, why you should do self-care, how can self-care benefit society, and an example of personal self-care. Onto what is self-care. There is the physical aspect and the mental aspect. I will start with the physical. From the website everydayhealth.com of What is Self-Care by Mimi Shack. The meaning of self-care is the ability to take care of your physical and mental and emotional well-being. And on the physical aspect, self-care can consist of skin, hair care, dental care, nutrition, and physical activity. On the mental aspect, mental health is essentially how you feel, how you think, how you view the world, positive, negative. And mental health is a huge part of self-care because without having proper mental health, you cannot have proper physical health. Now on to why you should do self-care. It can increase your lifespan. Regular activity reduces death by the World Health Organization, Health and Well-Being. It can also increase your enjoyment of life, understanding and knowing that you are in a routine and knowing that you are better yourself than you were yesterday can create fulfillment, and this fulfillment can generate happiness all around you. It can also help you break bad habits. Self-care can form good habits such as proper nutrition, proper physical care, like brushing your teeth every day, finding proper hair care and skin care. And it can also help fight addiction, where a lot of people in our world have drug problems, alcohol problems, where they cannot break the cycle, and self-care can be that determined to break that cycle. Now, how can self-care benefit society? Well, it can make the world a better place. From the ESV Bible, Mark 12:31, you shall love yourself as your neighbor. This is exceptional on the idea that you must love yourself in order to love somebody else. It means that without loving yourself, you cannot love somebody else. So, as an example, in a relationship, you shouldn't go into a relationship not knowing who you truly are, and you should find yourself first, and then at the time is right, then you should try. It can also create new innovation. Now, I'll be talking a little more economics. More happy consumers means more income is generating, it means more spending. More money in a money supply creates more businesses to have the opportunity to invest into themselves to create innovation. This happened with Microsoft during the 80s because the increase of money supply allowed companies to be able to receive their investment and create innovations and further on their businesses and benefit society as a whole. Now, how to do your own self-care. I will be using me as an example because I understand for some it is not easy, or you probably hear all the time online where, oh, you should eat this, you should just eat this, cut that out. I understand myself, I'm human, it's not easy, it's really not. As a person who grew up eating junk food, it was very hard to break that habit because in a way it made yourself happy. I would catch myself eating just because I'm bored and have nothing else to do. I would first start with Self-Care Has Never Been More Important by Rebecca Clay. The beginning of all self-care is to stick to routine. Sticking to routine creates some type of familiarity and will allow you to have something consistent in your life. And onto the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, he proposes the idea of 1% better every day. This idea is similar to how money is a compound interest, which means it's exponentially growing. For example, 2 squared, or 2 times 2 is 4, 3 squared, or 3 times 3 is a 9, and you can do something 5 squared is 25. Notice how it's not a necessarily consistent. It is something that explodes rapidly, and this is the exact same way, or exact same results that would happen if you just do it 1% better. Because the first day you do better 1%. The second day, now you have 2. The third day, now you're at 4. The fifth day, now you're at 8. It will exponentially increase. Now, onto my personal experience, I will give you more of a physical example, because I know it's much harder to relate to just descriptions of websites and books. So I will be telling my personal self-care. To start, I will start with my hair care, skincare, dental, and physical activity. I go to a gym 3 times a week, try to stay consistent. Sometimes I can't because of work. That is normal. That is normal. If you break a cycle, you're not a failure, and it's not the end of the world. You just have to get back on it, because that's part of the journey of self-care, that it is very hard, and sometimes you don't have the time. And for my hair care, I have more curly, wavy hair with low porosity, which low porosity means my hair can't maintain moisture, so I need a lightweight product. I use Scala, and I use Camille's gel. I love the scent, and it really helps my hair fight the frizz. On skincare, I use cleansers, moisturizer. I use a French product named La Roche-Posay. I use its cleansers, I use its sunscreen, and I use its moisturizer. In the morning, cleanse your face with a hydrating cleanser, and then put moisturizer and sunscreen. And then at night, you should double cleanse and then put moisturizer. And put a nighttime moisturizer. And for your dental, I brush my teeth 3 times a day. In the morning, I water floss and brush my teeth. Lunch, I just brush my teeth. And at night, I floss physically, and then water floss, and then brush my teeth. I personally don't like mouthwashes. I find them leaving my breath more bad. And I used to use tongue scrapers, but my tongue would bleed a lot. And onto my personal foods, which I think is very important when it comes to your physical aspect. I used to grow up as a skinny kid, always underweight, so I would usually eat junk food all the time. But now, since I grew a little more, my metabolism has slowed down. I learned to chew slower, eat my food slower, learn to eat smaller portions, learn to find foods that make me feel good, don't make me feel bloated, and really understand what time I should eat and what time my body and how much hydration you should get. Drinking water is very important. I try to drink a gallon a day. Now, on to concluding. Like I said before, we are like cars who needs fuel, coolant, air, and regular maintenance. Self-care is essential for our lives. I just told you about self-care, why you should do it, how it can benefit society, and how to do it personally. Self-care is self-love and needs to be taught to everyone. Everyone's different, so take the time and learn to love yourself and learn your bodies, and you will reach the happiness you desire in life.